Hi, so today I need to make some almond milk. So the reason I make almond milk, and I realised I haven't actually got a container to put it in, so I'll have to do that afterwards. But the reason I make it is because we don't normally have, we do have dairy in the house. I've just made something with dairy. It's not that we don't eat yogurt and all that sort of stuff, but we don't normally have milk in the house. I don't drink it. My husband doesn't drink it. We don't have it in tea or coffee or any of those sorts of things. So it's not in the house. And we have breakfast that we're creatures of habit because it makes it really easy. We know what we're having for breakfast each day of the week. We have the same thing, a different thing each day of the week, but it's the same thing, same day of each week, if you see what I mean. So Tuesday, we have a mango smoothie, and that's made, I've got frozen mango at the moment. So I'll defrost that tonight. I grate the rind of an orange, I juice an orange. I have about 220 grams of almond milk, which is nice and thick as well, and you know it's got good fats in it, so it's got the nuts component in it, which has a dollop of yogurt, beautiful thick stuff I've just made, a bit of nutmeg, a bit of cinnamon, and you blitz it all up for about 2 minutes. It's actually a Michael Mosley, you've heard of him, Fast 800. It's one of his breakfast ideas. So we have that on a Tuesday morning, so tomorrow. We have the easy things on the mornings that I go to work early. And then on the Wednesday, we do a really nice porridge from Cookie Dough. It's just called quick porridge. It takes 4 minutes. You blitz your oats. I have wheat-free oats, which I bought from Oasis Bakery in North Road. And so normally oats can't necessarily be classified as gluten-free because they could be processed in the same sort of machinery as wheat things, but these are gluten-free oats, wheat-free oats, sorry. So, and I'm not celiac, it's just a choice, so I'm happy to take a risk on that. I know maybe if you were celiac, you wouldn't want to, but anyway, beside the point, we have the quick porridge. You blitz up 60 grams of oats for 10 seconds. Then you add some almond milk, whatever milk you want, but I actually find the almond milk, oh, it has goji berries, it has coconut, it has pepitas, it has chia seeds in it, and it's absolutely delicious. So I thoroughly recommend that quick porridge. But I do find if I have got, dairy milk in the fridge, then I will, as in milk that's dairy, not dairy milk chocolate, then I use that in the porridge. The bowl is actually harder to clean than it is after the plant-based milk. So another good reason just to make it. So I make this every week. It's an absolute staple in our house. So what you have to do first is you get your almonds. So I just use the raw almonds like this. Go to the sauce, fill this up. Where are we? Just those normal onions. Not onions, that would be disgusting. Onion. All right. And you soak them. So these have been soaking since last night. So they've been soaking for, yesterday afternoon, I suppose. I thought about it. Yeah. So they've been soaking for a while, and they're also a bit damp. So they are going in. There is a recipe on Cookie Dough. Sometimes I follow it, sometimes I don't. My milk tends to be a little bit thicker when I do. I'm not quite sure how many almonds there were in there, but I'll do about 600 grams or 660 grams of water, and we see what the milk's like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can use it however it is. But those are going in, and then I'm going to put scales on, and I'm going to weigh, it'll be all of this, a bit more. Okay, that's it. And all you do then is blitz it for 2 minutes. So I'm going to do that, obviously. I won't be able to talk whilst that's happening. It's 2 minutes on speed 10. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is, this is my nut milk bag. This one, I think I've got it from the mix shop. I'm not sure if they've still got this one at the mix shop or not, but have a look. They do have them in the mix shop. Remembering when you are buying anything from the mix shop, please put me down as your consultant because I do get a little tiny bit of commission. With your nut milk bag, a really great tip is to have it inside out. So, well, So what looks like inside out to us. So with the seams on the outside, and the reason for this is it's going to go over here, and you're going to pour the blended nuts and water in here, and then you're going to strain it. So if you've got the seams on the outside, they're not going to get as clogged up with the nut mixture, and it's going to be a lot easier to clean afterwards. So I'm going to turn this on. It's going to go for 2 minutes. Sorry about that. I can't talk because you won't be able to hear me. All right, okay. So there we are, 2 minutes. And you know what I did? I got a bottle to put it into jar. Whilst that was happening. So we have our nut milk bag over the basin here. And it's looking beautiful. I'll pour it in so you can actually see it pouring in. So it just looks like a milk. All right, and then it's the messy thing. And the messy bit is you just pick up the bag like this. I tend to draw it closed and you just squeeze. All right, so you can see the milk coming out of there. And the really good thing about this is once you've squeezed everything out, you get some nut, you get the pulp left over, and you don't have to throw that out. So I just, every time I make some, I put together, I just put it in a bag in the freezer. So it's like, you know, all the ends of the veggies and the peelings, they all just go into a bag in the freezer and they just collect up till I've got enough to do something with them. And this is the same thing. So just squeeze as much as you possibly can out of there. There we go. And I'll show you that in a minute. But this is the pulp. And what can you do with the pulp? You see that? So that's the pulp. So I said, store it in the freezer and have a look. If you just put in cookie dough, almond pulp or nut pulp, make sure you've got America ticked as one of your countries as well. There are a few recipes. There's an almond pulp galette. There's some chocolate, they're called chocolate almond milk cookies or something, which are from Louise Keats. So that they're in Australia. And there are a few other things that you can use this in cakes. You can try it out if you want to, and cookies and things. You can also use it in smoothies if you want to. So don't throw it out. It's definitely got a use. Right, now I'm going to try and put this so you can see the milk. Excuse the mess here. So I've got my jar. Always make a real mess with this, so I'm just going to stick it in there for the moment so you can still see me when I'm pouring. I do use a funnel because I actually find it's quite difficult to pour. Yeah, I wasted a bit there, but not too bad. Bit of froth on top. There we go. So basically, I have one whole bottle of almond milk there. Put my lid on, which is going to be used in the next couple of days. And I've got the almond pulp, which just goes in the freezer, and I will use it when I've got enough to make something else. Next time I make something, I'll film it so you guys can see that too. Okay, so if you're dairy free, and you can use different nuts. So you generally use almonds. You can use, if you use cashews, you actually don't need to you don't need to strain it because it actually blends up you know, fine enough, I guess. So just try and have a go with some different nuts and see how you go. I'd love to know what you have to think. Thanks.